Hello, Aries, and welcome to your September 2022 Committed Love reading. This is a general reading, Aries. It won't resonate with all of you. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to check your moon and rising signs if there's any more information in those for you. I'm going to start out pulling 3 cards that will be kind of the basis for both you and your partner. Now, if you have more than one partner, you're going to have to discern who this is for. You can check their other signs if that will help you. If you're new to my channel, Aries, thank you so much for being here. My name is Rudy. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. All right, let's see what we have here for Aries. All right. So we have, okay, I always start in the middle. We have the perception card with the storm. So I just see this as, maybe what you thought you were getting into wasn't exactly what you thought you were getting into. Maybe something was presented, somebody wore a mask, something was presented differently than you thought possible. Or maybe you just didn't count on the fights or the tears or the disagreements or whatever. The disruption. I just feel like a lot of disruption, unstable. With storms, to me, it's unstable energy. So you have strength and you have abundance. This could be what maybe was presented. Maybe this is what you were hoping for. Maybe what you're going into. Somebody that is, supports you and is supportive of you and helps hold you up in what you want, and you help hold them up in what they want. Again, I feel like they almost could put a lot of emphasis on abundance, or we can do, we can have, we can be, and then it maybe kind of came into where it's not exactly what you thought it was going to be. You have truth and you have the divine, and I just see this as, coming face to face with whatever you have to face, whatever it is, knowing you're supported. Trust your intuition on this, Aries. Trust your intuition. I feel like, these roots, the intuition is a lot deeper. You're born with this. So draw on that. I also feel that, I see this, she looks like she's getting married, So it's like, if you haven't made that commitment yet, really know the truth. Know what you're getting into. Really see something, really pay attention, and know what you're getting into, right? And it doesn't have to be a marriage. It can also be like a long-term commitment with the divine card and the truth card. This side will be for you. This side will be for your partner. On the tarot, this is for both of you. The Hierophant. Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and all right. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Four of Pentacles. There's structured stability wanted here, but there's also like hanging on to the money, hanging on to what's yours, hanging on to finances. Your partner could be a spender. So maybe you're really watching the money, kind of penny pinching. We have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant talks again about tradition and about commitments, and maybe making something permanent even, or making something official. So again, there could be talk about a wedding or moving in together or something like that. Under the abundance and strength, I could see it, but then under the perception and storms, it's like, I almost feel with the Hierophant, it's not being, not bullied, but not being pushed, or not being, not doing something you don't want to do. And this can also be where you're brought up in that tradition of you will do this way. And you can either go with that system, conform to it, or go against it. And it's almost like you're taking action on the system. You're taking action on the Hierophant. It's almost like you are like bucking the system. You know what I mean? Like balking at it. Like, no, I'm not going to do it this way. I don't want to do it this way. I'm going to do this my way. You know, having communication. Could be like a parental figure. Could be where your partner feels like a parent or feels like they're controlling you in that parental way. Like you know, your way, their way, or the highway, and you're bucking the system. You're fighting for what you want. You're fighting for your beliefs and what you want. And again, you have that structure and stability card with the Four of Pentacles, bringing in that grounded energy, making sure where your money's going, making sure where the money's going. It's like if you're in charge with the money, you're holding on to it and making sure it's going where it's needed to go. And I feel with your partner has got the Eight of Cups, the Three of Cups, and then the Three of Wands. I just feel like your partner may be having to walk away from partying with their friends, possibly. Maybe they're partying too much. Maybe this is an ultimatum with the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant. Maybe you're giving them an ultimatum. Either they quit whatever they're doing, walk away from it. And I feel like it's almost like a partying or being with their friends more than they're with you kind of energy. And maybe, you know, they need to walk away from that and move forward with you, or make a decision to move forward with you. Maybe you're waiting for them to make a decision on that, or I feel like actions and words, actions and words, actions and words. Kind of walking the talk, see what they do. It's almost like they've made their mind up at what they're going to do. Whether or not they've told you that, I don't know. But I almost feel like, you know, they need to walk away from what's not, you know, again, could be having good times with friends, maybe too much. Could be where the perception and the storms are coming in. Bottom of the deck energy, which is subconscious, is the Three of Pentacles. And again, it could be you thought that you all would work really well together, or they thought you all would work really well together, you know. And also this card, I feel like there's a lot to learn. So one of you can maybe feel that you have a lot to learn, or there's still a lot left to learn, maybe about your partner. Maybe you've rushed things. You know, maybe things were rushed or felt rushed. Again, the truth. And trusting your intuition. What energy is outgoing for Aries? What energy is leaving? Nine of Wands. You know, Nine of Wands is a card of being through a lot, standing up for whatever you believe in, fighting the fight. So the energy that's leaving could be you or your partner saying, I just don't have it in me anymore. Or it could be where something's decided and you don't have to struggle so much. Nine is the end of a cycle, you know, completion, gaining wisdom. You know, you're not content staying where you're staying. You're taking action on something. And the Hierophant can be like corporate. It can be a leader or something in charge of something. That's kind of where I got the feeling of, like, you know, maybe they are trying to control you, or maybe something about the relationship is trying to control you. and you're trying to maybe protect your assets. And you're hurt, you're wounded, or they're hurt and they're wounded and they've been through a lot. They're holding their ground, but the energy's leaving. So something is going to be resolved. Something's going to be resolved, Aries. What energy is coming in for Aries and their partner? What energies are coming in for Aries and their partner, please? We have the Two of Wands, making a decision. You know, you have the Three of Wands, your partner has the Three of Wands where something's being made. You all will have to make a decision about which way to go, or what course, which way to follow. What's the next move? Where are you going from here? Or where do we go from here? It's kind of interesting that the Strength is kind of holding up the World, and there's the World card there. You have these circles, cyclical things. Making up your mind, maybe not so much, but really talking about what's next. What are we going to do? What's the next step? What's the next course of action? How are we going to handle this? How are we going to move on from this? All right. Oops. Codependency. That's kind of what I was afraid of with a Hierophant. Interesting. Codependency and respect. I get this like a kind of like a I don't know what the word of it is in a relationship, where somebody can, abusive, I guess. It is an abusive relationship where somebody, treats you poorly and then loves you, and then treats you poorly and then loves you. You have the codependency, and it's almost like I feel cut like two peas in a pod. That's kind of what I felt like with this. You're looking at them, they're looking at you, and you're almost one and the same. The relationship can be more codependent, and you're seeking more respect. You're seeking more of a give take, and I don't think you're seeking it. I think you're demanding it with the Knight of Swords. I think you're fighting for it, and you're done. I think you're done with whatever. Things have got to change. You're moving forward. I feel like you're moving forward one way or another. And I almost feel like your partner has their mind made up about which way things are going to go, even though you might be talking. Golly, I feel like they might be talking one way and have a mind made up another way. Does that make any sense? It's kind of like if you know something that somebody told you, and they might have said, don't tell anybody or don't let anybody else know, and you don't. And then somebody else comes up and said, oh, did you hear about whatever? And you're like, no, because of course you just told that person you wouldn't say anything. So, but you already know. So that's kind of how I feel like they know what they want to do. They know where they want to go. They know how they want this to play out. And they're kind of like, oh yeah, let's talk about it. Oh, we have trouble? What? Things aren't going, I thought things were going great. Kind of that energy. Where there's a little more control. They don't like to relinquish the control. Well, I always touch that light. Huh. All right. Let's see. One more oracle card for you. Trust. Yeah, trust. What is that telling you, right? What is that telling you? It's what you seek. What you seek. Let's look at this here. We've got the moon. It's not a full moon. We have like this egg and this person in there. And then this duck has got a nest on top of it. And this looks like it's very thin. So there's trust maybe that they won't break through. Let's see what the book says. Trust yourself, develop trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities. Begin to plan carefully for the future. That's what you're doing here. That is the energy that's coming in. Planning for the future. And again, I think if you talk to your partner, they've already made their mind up about which way they want to go or what is going to happen. So have a heads up on that. Right? Really trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your knowledge. That's what I said with this card here. Remember, with the divine, trusting yourself, trusting your intuitiveness. You've had your intuition long before you've had anything else. Trust yourself going forward. Okay, put this card back in. Trust yourself going forward. Pay attention. I just feel like if there's an issue with your partner partying too much or going out with friends too much, and you know, maybe you all talk about it and they go, oh yeah, I'll change, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. They could be, I don't want to say talking out of both ends of their mouth, but I just feel with that truth card there's something there. That they're not sharing with you. But you have the strength card and you have abundance. So I know, however this plays out, Aries, you'll have to let me know. But I know however this plays out, you'll be okay. You'll definitely be okay. You'll be more than okay. All right. Let me know how this resonates with you guys. I would love to hear from you. I wish all my readings were rainbow and unicorns, but you know what? They are not, unfortunately. Yeah, perception. Yep. All right, guys. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. If you're interested, I put out mid-month readings every month around the 15th. And they are for health and career and finance and love. So if you're interested in those, and there's a general spread too. So if you're interested in those, just hit subscribe and the notification bell and you won't miss any of the readings I post. And these, of course, come out on the 1st of every month. But take care, Aries. Let me know, again, how this resonates. I would love to hear from you. And stay safe, be healthy, be blessed. Until next time, until September, bye for now.